There is a new show that's coming to TLC, and it looks like it's going to be even messier than Sister Wives. On April 29th, we are going to be introduced to Polyfamily on TLC. According to the press release, quote, TLC's Polyfamily dives deep into the world of polyamory and non-traditional family structures. The show follows two married couples, Alysia and Tyler, and Sean and Taya, who have chosen to live together as a closed quad. In this unconventional family setup, Tyler is dating Sean's wife, Taya, and Sean is dating Tyler's wife, Alysia. With 4 children already and another on the way, the quad is redefining what it means to be a family. Well, with a setup like this, what could possibly go wrong? We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Is this new family coming to TLC going to be that diamond in the rough, that one non-monogamous setup that actually functions in a healthy manner? We shall see. 19 seasons later, I know a lot of us feel like we were kind of duped by the Brown family on Sister Wives. I remember I was like 22 or 23 when Sister Wives premiered. I had just graduated college, and admittedly, I had absolutely zero point of reference for any kind of plural marriage family dynamic. When Sister Wives premiered and Kody Brown was telling us that he's just this guy that fell in love over and over and over again, and love should be multiplied, not divided, I was like, sure, why not? If they're not hurting anybody, who am I to tell someone else how to live? And I obviously still believe that people should be able to live their lives how they want. But if you are bold enough to showcase your family and relationship on national TV, and you act messy as fuck, well, get ready for a whole lot of opinions. I'm learning a lot about what is called ethical non-monogamy, and while I am sure that it exists in a healthy form somewhere out there in the ether, what I've seen depicted on television has been anything but healthy. Kody Brown treats people like shit. 19 seasons on television, the mask has fully come off of who Kody Brown really is. I will say, I am excited that TLC is dipping their toe back into the non-traditional family pond and testing out some new families. So let's take a look at what this polyfamily is all about.
Hello.
Hi.
Where do you want me to sit?
So how does this work?
Taya's my wife and Alicia's my girlfriend.
And vice versa. Alicia's my wife and Taya's my girlfriend.
We are a closed polyamorous quad. We're only dating within ourselves and married within ourselves. We don't have any outside partners.
We never set out to live our lives like this, but we realized we could love more than one person and make our own rules.
Tyler and I had 2 children before we met Sean and Taya. Since we've all been together, we've had 2 more children, and we have 1 more on the way. Who's the father?
Me?
Both of us? All right.
Since the guys switch rooms every night, we don't know who the fathers of the younger boys are.
I do wonder sometimes, but finding out could cause a lot of hurt.
Well, I guess we know who the dad is.
How would you 2 describe your relationship?
We live together. We have mutual partners and we parent together. But if we were in this situation, we probably wouldn't be friends.
When it comes to Taya and Tyler, it almost looks like they're more in love than him and I. And I can't help but be jealous about that.
I have something to share. I feel like I have a connection with someone else.
What does that mean? The quad we have now is the most important thing to me, and I don't want to screw that up by not thinking things through.
I don't know where we go from here.
Boy, I don't know anyone's last names here, so we will have to call everyone by their first name. So we have married couple number 1, Alysia and Tyler, and then there's married couple number 2, Taya and Sean. These 4 people are a closed polyamorous quad, meaning they only date within their foursome. But what we find out in this trailer is that the men are married to one of the ladies and the other lady is considered their girlfriend. I'm not sure what the dynamic between Taya and Alysia is, but Tyler and Sean let us know in the trailer that they probably wouldn't be friends in real life if it weren't for them banging the same women, to just put it bluntly. So right off the bat, this show is coming out the gate telling us there's issues here. The Browns on Sister Wives tried to play nice, happy polygamists for a good 3 or 4 seasons before it was really obvious that everything was going to shit. And I'm sorry, but it seems super ill-advised to just not know who the biological father of your child is. What in the brother husbands is going on here? If you guys haven't yet, be sure to check out our podcast episode where my husband and I cover brother husbands. I'll link that episode below. But in that setup, the wife had triplets and they opted to just not know who the biological dad was for a while. And it created a whole shit ton of tension. Not only would it obviously create tension, but how do you fill out doctor forms with like family medical history when you don't fucking know who the dad is? I get that that happens with adoption and things like that. Sometimes you just don't know. But to know that you have the dad there and you just choose to not know which one it is, I'm sorry, but I really do not understand that. If it really wouldn't make a difference, why not find out? It's pretty clear that it would make a difference. Remember how Cody Brown said that he would make a great brother husband? Could you imagine him not knowing if he was the biological dad of one of his kids? He would absolutely lose his mind. Which is funny because the dude loves siring children. He just doesn't love the actual parenting that is supposed to accompany the siring. Polyfamily isn't going to be Tyler, Alysia, Taya, and Sean's first rodeo with reality TV. I actually caught this 8-minute segment on a YouTube channel called Truly that was featuring extraordinary families, and they featured this polyamorous quad. One of the things we learn about this foursome is that they met when they were engaging in the swinging lifestyle.
I live with my husband, my boyfriend, and my boyfriend's wife, and together we have 4 happy children.
Alysia and I originally started swinging, it was just an exciting thing to try. Through that, we were lucky enough to meet our other partners, Sean and Taya. We're polyamorous now. We're in a closed quad.
I'm glad to know a little bit of the backstory as to how these 4 met and how they ended up in this closed poly quad. My condolences to Sean and Tyler, who don't seem to like each other very much. Methinks that that is not going to pan out well for the long term, especially when paternity is up in the air for 3 of the kids. They talk about that in this Truly segment, although at the time they only had 2 babies.
Tyler and I already had 2 previous children. I was one of the third, but it was very difficult to make that decision when there was just 2 of us. I found out that I was pregnant with Barrett, and we were all pretty excited. About a month before Barrett was born, Taya found out she was pregnant.
So we weren't regulating who pregnant. We were just trying in general.
I think that we immediately agreed that we didn't want to know who the dad was. It wasn't important to us. We're raising them as all of ours anyway, so it doesn't matter who the father is.
Now, this Truly segment was posted 2 years ago. So supposedly for 2 years, these people still have not found out who the biological dads were, but it looks like in this new show coming to TLC, we will have our Maury moment and we will find out who the fathers are. Thank goodness, because there is no way I can commit to watching the show and not know. That would give me an unnecessary level of anxiety. I am very much a need to know kind of girly. I do not exist well in the land of the unknowns. So I suppose that is why I'm so hung up on this not knowing who the father is by choice. Of all of the choices happening in this family, that is truly the most bizarre to me. A couple other things we learned from the Truly special, the quad lets us know about how they do sleeping arrangements.
We're lucky enough to find a house with 2 masters. There's 1 master on each side of the house, and then a baby's room across from each master, and then the 2 big kid rooms are actually downstairs. This is mine and my husband Sean's room. He keeps the majority of his stuff in here, but he and Tyler actually rotate rooms every other night.
Yeah, it was a little weird at first, just not sleeping in my own bed, but now it's like I get a sleepover every night.
Part of our nighttime routine is, do you switch pillows? No. You gotta get every night. Every night.
A house with 2 masters. The dudes alternate nights. All right. This actually is pretty organized and easy. I'm not gonna lie. It helps that it's 2 men and 2 women, so no one is ever the odd one out, but this seems a whole heck of a lot more organized than the Browns. So while overall, I feel like this family is in certain ways messier than the Browns, as far as sleeping arrangements, it seems like they actually have their shit together. I also noted that they seem to have plenty of space for all of their kids, which is nice to see. So it's 4 adults, 5 kids. Honestly, that ratio maths for me. Christine was raising almost triple the amount of kids on her own in the early days of Sister Wives. The other thing we learned is a little insight into how their friends and family reacted to the news that this was now their chosen family setup.
How did your families and close friends respond when you told them?
We've kind of had a mixed bag of experiences with that. We had some people in our lives who right away were like, that's great. We had some people who were cautious at first or hesitant or had some reservations.
And a lot of people make it about them, about how does it affect us. It doesn't affect you. At the end of the day, it doesn't affect you. We're just telling you because you're part of our lives, and everyone has their choices to either be part of it or not.
A lot of people's initial questions or comments or reactions are, oh, I can never do that, I'm too jealous. And we say, it's okay, we're not asking you to do it. We're not trying to convince anybody else to live this lifestyle. We're just letting you know that this is what our choice is. The more that you talk to them and educate them, the more accepting they can be.
People who share their concerns about the kids, when we're educating them, polyamory is not about sex, it's about relationship dynamics and loving more than one person. We're definitely not teaching them polyamory, we're teaching them that they can love whoever they want and however many people they want, in a consensual way.
I think that having 4 parents does make us all better parents because you get the other side of what you're not normally accustomed to. I do have older kids and I parented it a certain way, and they had Dylan and Randy before we got there and they parented it a certain way, so you get to see both sides of how people parent, and so it makes you I feel it makes you a more rounded parent for sure.
We didn't start this because we were missing something. We realized that we could add something to our lives.
Honestly, I can respect the us versus the world mentality if you all are happy, which I do question based off of the trailer for this new TLC show, then yeah, people can either accept it or not be a part of your life. That is fair. My only issue is when it comes down to the kids. They deserve to know who their dad is. I just don't see how not knowing is a healthier option for the kids. This segment on the YouTube channel Truly was posted 2 years ago, so it will be interesting to see more of this family now. In the TLC trailer, these dudes say that they wouldn't necessarily be friends if it wasn't for their family setup. And then we have at least one of the ladies saying on camera that she feels less desired than the other gal. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I do believe that there is a way to do non-monogamy in a healthy way. I know that that exists. Is that what's happening here? I don't know. Based off of the trailer, there's many aspects that seem way messier than the Browns on Sister Wives. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And Polyfamily premieres April 29th at 10 p.m. And I will be covering it here on Reality Squad. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my second channel, Sarah Spills, and my podcast, Mostly Harmless. Links for both of those will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, X, and TikTok at Reality Squad. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.